competition's really heating up. We find ourselves in the $65,000 to $80,000 category, and this is the Monarch by Regent, and it's got all the bells and whistles. We've got independent suspension, we've got a separate shower, toilet, we've got range hoods. It's the ultimate touring van. But look, don't take my word for it, check out the inside.
It is very spacious. It's got a good length to it, and it gives you heaps of internal space to sort of, you know, move around and definitely makes you feel like you've got enough room to live comfortably.
And I'm looking at this, and it's definitely a two-person van, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I don't think this table even folds down to a bed.
No, it doesn't. No, with the trifold tables, they fold out, so it gives you more space for dining. But this type of diner wouldn't convert into a bed, no.
No, so this is, but I love that trifold table because it's so usable when you're not having to like squeeze in behind the sort of the normal table.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
But it gives you that so much more room to stretch out. It becomes a lounge room, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And this is, you know, the living centre of the van, I suppose.
Well, what sort of suspension are we running on the Monarch?
This is something new. It's designed by Vehicle Components, who normally do a very heavy-duty off-road independent setup. But in this case, they've designed it for what they call in country roads, so it's slightly lighter.
Okay.
But it works very well. It's got all the independent gear coil springs, trailing arms, the whole bit, shock absorbers. Okay. So it's just slightly lighter suspension, but works very well.
Okay. And how easy are these vans to set up for a one-person operation? So like if you know your husband and wife are travelling around. And the husband's like going to fix it up, the wife's going to unpack sort of stuff. Yeah. How quick are these to sort of...
Oh, very easy. Once you've unhitched, and even if you haven't unhitched, it's just a matter of levelling the van up, putting the corner stabilisers down, and opening the windows. And of course, putting the awning out. Once you've done that, you're ready to go.
And then it's red wine o'clock.
That's right, you've got it.
So the Monarch, a bit bigger than the other one?
Yeah, it is a bigger van.
Do you reckon, towability-wise, do you reckon that there's going to be much difference?
Oh, look, not really. I think that the increase in size is not huge, so it's not going to be a massively different thing to tow. Really.
Think about what your situation is going to be, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, because I've got young kids, and I know for sure you've really got to have room for your stuff. And this is what I like about this van actually, is that it's got so much storage space, external storage space particularly.
So Max, this is a $65,000 to $80,000 category. What are we looking at difference in the categories themselves? Like from the category below this, what are the big changes in the van?
Well, obviously when you move up in price, you are looking at usually larger vans and hopefully extra features on top of that as well. So you look at this van, and it's 8.3 metres from nose to tail and 2.9 metres high, which is higher than some of the other vans in the lower level categories, if I can put it that way. And obviously you get the more features. You know, this van comes fairly well appointed with just about everything that you need for a good long life on the road. So we're now moving from basically your weekenders. Now we're moving to maybe your big touring vans, aren't you? That jump in space is storage and a little bit of luxury, isn't it? Well, yeah, and you know, you've also got the luxury of space. You know, I said before, you get the larger van for your buck, which means life on the road is just a heck of a lot more comfortable. And I think that's what you're getting at, though, isn't it, Tim? Yeah. And this van is, you know, is as large as it is lovely to look at. You know, 8.3 metres nose to tail and almost 3 metres high. So yes, you do need to think about where you're going to store it. Will it fit in your garage? Will it fit, you know, in your driveway? Or will you need to store it off-site? You know, these are things that I think are worth thinking about before you buy a van, whether it's, you know, the Regent Monarch or anything else that's available on the market. Because if you're a gypsy, you're not having to worry about storage.